Okay, I have a PSA for everyone who's watching this right now. Okay, PSA. Don't. I'm looking at the camera, Becca.
Which camera?
Your Matthew's not editing. You don't care if I look at the camera. Okay,
I'll allow it.
Okay, PSA. Don't fucking vape. Okay, don't fucking do it. Apparently.
Momo's been trying to tell you this for years.
Who?
Momo.
I know. I know she has. Apparently it has a chemical in it that makes it to where the nicotine goes into your lungs quicker than like a cigarette, which makes it worse than cigarettes, and it destroys your lungs much quicker. Next week I have to go get a lung test to see how damaged my lungs are because my doctor said they sounded awful and that I was on a fast track to a lung transplant. If I kept it up.
It's okay, Caitlin. I'll give you mine.
Oh! Sorry.
What just happened?
Did you not know that part?
Ow! Huh?
Did you not know that part?
No, I did.
Oh. Then what is so funny?
I was just...
Or the shock value?
It's...
Shocking.
It was gonna happen eventually. Baby!
Well, usually with cigarettes, it's like a slow thing, and it doesn't happen until you're like in your 50s.
Just
You know what I
switch back
mean?
to cigarettes. Just start
Yeah.
smoking.
Honestly, no, because I think cigarettes smell so nasty, and the thought of smoking a cigarette repulses me so much.
Too bad.
Like people who talk to me who smoke, like you can smell it, and you can smell it on their breath, and it's fucking gross.
Cigarettes are cooler though. Like to have in your hand, and to be like puffing on like an actual fire instead of like electronics and like.
Well, also, one of the cool things about switching to vaping was I could vape inside. I could vape anywhere. I still have some. I don't need any anymore. I could vape literally anywhere, and it was fine because it doesn't smell bad and it doesn't leave a residue on your walls.
I just imagined you in the doctor's office as they're explaining that you need a transplant, and you're just like stressed out. Like, what do you mean?
No, I don't need a transplant, but she said if I keep it up, I will.
I'll give you mine.
You need both your lungs.
No, so you'll die.
That's the point. That's the joke, guys.
You need to have both of your lungs. Okay, you need both.
I can't make a joke around here with anyone think I'm stupid.
Everything's okay.
Too late.
Everything is fine.
Everything is awesome.
I can't wear these right now.
Wait, put them back on. I want to see what you look like.
I just stuck my fingers all over them.
Take them back off. I'm just kidding. You look good.
Okay.
I had to.
Maddie's like, you look normal.
I'm joking.
I was
They look
expecting
good.
you to, like,
I
look
like
down
them.
the ship and, like, you look, they fit
They're
your face.
cute.
Yeah, that's why I got that.
You look like a librarian. I'm fetishizing you right now.
Okay, so
What the fuck?
Do you know how men do that? They'll like, I want a
Fetish up.
sexy librarian. A girl who wears
Would
glasses.
be pretty sick, not gonna lie.
well, I think that they like have this like idea in their head of what a librarian is, but they don't actually know how a librarian is.
They're
Like,
smart.
well,
Librarian?
yes. Librarian.
Librarian.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Librarian.
You said Liberian. Were you from Libya? Are you a
That's
Lib?
why I was just thinking like.
Are you a Libyan?
That's not what I meant. Okay.
Gonna go read at the
Libertarian.
Libertarian. I'm gonna read at the Libertary.
That's my favorite berry. The library.
Okay.
By the way, first pod since Joe Biden dropped. I said he was gonna drop. It happened.
You're right.
I was right. I was right. Crooked Joe Biden didn't last a minute with me in the ring.
Before I was like for sure Trump's gonna win if Biden keeps running.
Now I have
and
no
now
faith.
I have no fucking. It could go either fucking way. Like
No.
Trump is like he's being really messy right now. Like it's like he's fumbling because he's like I don't have anything to insult her with. The worst thing that he had is now she's black now. Like she used to be Indian. Like you can be
You
both.
could be mixed race.
Yeah, that's mixed. You can
Yeah.
be
I
white
think
and black.
not
you can
to
be black
defend the
and
Trump-
Indian.
Not to defend the Don or not to defend him, but I think his point with that was she was like more Indian than, or like she showed it more, and now it's like she's like, oh, I'm black now.
She's embracing her black heritage more
Right,
than
but she's
her
always been
Indian.
both.
Yeah.
She's always been both.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, him being like, well, what's up with that? But I'm like, there's really nothing there.
Well,
For
it was
real,
really
there's
the
nothing.
wrong space to be talking about that.
Especially
like, he can't read
on-
a room.
He was on like a, what was it? Like a black platform? Like he was at like a event or something. He spoke on stage and
Like
it
a
was
panel.
like, it was a panel. Yeah. It was like a, I believe it was like a not like BET because that's Black Entertainment, but there's like something that is marketed towards like
People of color.
yeah, and he's up there be like, she's not even black.
Like
What
I said,
happened?
he can't read a room.
No,
And
he can't read either.
He's no, I heard that he can't read. Like if there's
Davidson.
big words, he gets angry. And I'm like, that's the man that you guys want. The cult of Trump.
But did you see that Kamala was people protesters were at one of her speeches,
Yep.
and she basically like told them to stand down or whatever.
She was
Yeah.
like, if you're not letting me talk, you're in support of Donald Trump
Yeah.
or like something like that. Like you being here is more for Trump than it is for me.
But
Or
I feel like
I
she
fucked
could
that
have
up.
handled that better. Like to me, that like I don't want to vote.
It's
for
still
her.
nice to have a candidate who actually talks more clearly than the past 8 years of candidates.
Yeah.
Like listening to Biden talk, I'm like, where are we going with this? What are you talking
Ice
about?
cream.
And then listening to Trump talk, I feel like I get brain rot just from listening to him talk. Okay, because it's like the best ever. He was the greatest. You can ask anyone. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, there's no factual things behind anything. You're just bullshitting. You're like the classic politician. And then this is the first person who Kamala's like the first person who talks, and it's like, okay, she holds herself well, and she talks clearly and precisely, and I'm like, this is more so the kind of person I want in an office. I don't know anything about her. I need to look further into her because I don't know.
She's a cop.
She's
Oh,
a
man,
district
ACAB,
attorney.
never mind.
Yeah, she's a part of the ACAB.
And I think
She's a piggy.
She's a picky.
the last time we recorded, I said something like I didn't believe that she was even like in Congress, but she was.
Mm-hmm.
She was a congresswoman. She was a district attorney for
I thought you
San
were gonna say
Francisco.
dictator.
She was
She's a
a
dictator.
district attorney or attorney general. My bad, attorney general for San Francisco. And then I believe she was a congresswoman for California. But don't fact check me on that because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
None of us know what the fuck we're talking about, so if we say anything wrong, we just don't know any better. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let us know in the comments below. Down there, I think.
No, it's up there.
It could,
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
what?
What?
I feel like we talked about Trump last time, so we need to, like, recap everything that's happening. Plus, the episodes are going to be current now, so this episode will actually release next week, so when actual current
Aye.
event shit happens, it'll be posted when it
Aye.
happens.
Did you finish what you were saying about your lungs? Or how did we start talking about fucking Trump
I
again?
don't know. I don't
Fucking
know.
Trump.
I think that was just saying PSA to don't fucking start vaping, or if you do vape, quit is all I was really
Okay,
saying.
so you finished what you wanted
Yeah,
to say.
I am going to quit. I'm gonna go get my lungs tested to see how bad they are.
You sure about that?
So you haven't
Yeah.
quit yet.
No,
Okay.
it's right here. I've
Oh,
been hitting this the
shit.
whole time.
Okay.
No.
I figured that you would just stop, but then I'm like
Cold
maybe
turkey
she
is for
wouldn't.
real the best way to do it.
Yeah, no, that's how I've quit drinking. All right, but quitting drinking was easier because I
Yep.
just switched the drink in my hand to a non-alcoholic drink, right? Vaping, I've been smoking since I was like fucking 14 years old. I've always had a cigarette or a vape in my hand. That is going to be the hardest thing that I have ever quit.
I was wondering if it like making the choice to quit on your own versus basically being forced to quit. Do you think it's harder to quit that way? Since
You
you're,
have to be able to quit a substance of any kind, you have to actually want it. You have
Yeah.
to want to quit yourself. Like, I'm not going to quit because people are pressuring me. I'm not going to quit. Like, Justin gives me a little bit of shit about vaping after that. He's like, I want you to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? He can pressure me all he wants to. All that'll do is I'll just start hiding it. Like, the more pressure, the more I'll just hide it. Because I'm addicted to it.
So you don't think it's gonna be in the like near future? Or
Yes,
you like,
it's going to be in the near future. I did quit smoking at one point, and how I quit was I used nicotine patches and dum-dums. So
Dum Dums
I
were-
used a dum-dum for
that was-
the mouth asphyxiation.
Mouth asphyxiation?
What's it called?
Your asphyxiation is like you're being strangled.
What's it called? The mouth,
Sissy. No. that was a-
association, I guess, but I can't remember.
Association.
There's a cessation. I don't know.
Mouth
There's
sensation.
no. There's something I can't remember what it is, but it's like you have to have something. It's like the movement of putting something up to your mouth, and
Okay, I would just want to satisfy that.
yeah.
So what I'm going to do is the negative thing about vaping is I'm getting 20 million times more nicotine in my body than I ever was with smoking.
20 billion is a lot.
I mean, it could be a billion.
20 million, not that much. I'm a billionaire. What can I say?
Pocket
What can I
change.
s- Sorry.
Billions and billions with a B. Nicotine's in my system right now. I'm zened up, brothers. Brother. Sorry, go ahead.
But it's a lot more nicotine. So example, the normal nicotine patches have like 21 milligrams of nicotine. This is 50. So I'm gonna have to like put like 2 or 3 patches on me at first, and then like once I get over the mouth thing, you know what I mean? I can slowly start knocking it down. But obviously not vaping at all with those on me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a ginormous bag of Dum Dums, and I'm just gonna carry a shit ton of Dum Dums with me everywhere.
I was about to say, if you don't want to transition from full nicotine to no nicotine, you might be better off doing like Zens for real. Like, just get like the lesser load, because then you have something in your mouth. You have that motion of putting something in your mouth to get you to quit smoking, because you can still have nicotine. It's just your lungs are rejecting the.
You just get mouth cancer instead.
Well, I mean, Zen, we don't probably, but you don't. Have you ever dipped?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I did once, and I was like, eh.
It's tobacco-less nicotine, so it's literally just a pouch, pure
And
nicotine,
it's flavored.
and it's flavored.
Nice flavors, like custard and
Like,
stuff.
if I didn't quit, if I was still vaping right now, I would totally try Zens. But now that I'm like, all right, I can't do nicotine anymore, I'm really bummed that I will never try a Zen.
Aw.
Yeah. Apparently, Zens also you don't have to spit.
No, you don't have to spit.
Yeah, that's the thing with it is you don't have to spit, but it can irritate your throat and your stomach at first. That's if you're not used to nicotine.
But, you know, if you're wanting to quit vaping and cold turkey is something that you're not interested in, and you also want the motion, I mean, obviously with Zens, it's going to be way less often than, than vaping, because I know you like to, I was the same way, like constantly hitting it.
Yeah.
Well, Zen, you
It
pop
was
one
the
in.
Juul that did it.
The Juul fucked me, dude.
Yeah, the Juul.
It absolutely
wouldn't-
desecrated my
I
I've
wouldn't
body.
always been
enable it.
like the Juul sense.
So nice.
Yeah.
Such a nice feeling.
It gave you like a great head buzz.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the gas station. God damn it.
I think you need to take more of a room temp turkey approach.
Yeah.
With me quitting things, it has to be pretty much cold turkey. The only reason I would use nicotine patches is because of the withdrawal symptoms.
But why patches?
Because
Aren't those
I-
like expensive as shit?
they are really fucking expensive.
Just do Zens, dude.
What about the gum? Isn't there gum?
Gum gets stuck in my fillings and stuff, and it's uncomfortable.
Zens, it literally is match made in heaven.
Is there a way to shoot it up?
God damn it. There's probably tinctures that they have.
So I don't.
Eye spray or eye drops full of nicotine. Bloop,
A
bloop.
lotion it absorbs in your skin.
I prefer just to slap a patch on
Yeah.
and then move on with my life. I don't want to put like something that's free form in my mouth because I move around so much and I'm afraid I'll swallow it. Versus a Dum Dum, it's a stick that I can pull out of my mouth when I'm
So you
doing
can
shit.
choke on the Dum Dum and the stick instead of just a little pouch like that.
But then you have something to pull it out.
Yeah,
It's a stick.
You just go and just spit it out.
yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, try a Zen for me, please. Like, I need to know how great it feels, brother.
Okay.
I need to stop saying that.
Brother.
Justin has Zens right now because he's quitting vaping. So he's
Try
using
one of
Zens.
his.
No, oh, they're telling me. I was like, no,
No,
I
no,
can't.
no, not you.
I
I would
can't.
never. I
I
would
can't
Yeah,
swallow,
I almost
like-
tried one
I
yesterday
would
and then
slap
That's an
you.
option?
I would slap you.
I can try it.
No. You
Give
may
one
not.
a baby and see how she does.
I almost tried one yesterday
be
and
like-
then I changed my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna have to quit this.
Are you sad?
I am because just like with drinking, I loved drinking.
It was like your way to cope.
I mean, yeah, and I loved how it made me feel, and I loved everything about drinking.
It is pretty cool.
And now, I love to vape. I love vaping. Okay, like I love it, and obviously I have to quit that. So maybe I'll just go harder on my caffeine addiction.
You gotta replace that void with something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna find other things to fill it with.
And they could be negative things.
Yeah.
I don't
stopped
know.
drinking
It's gonna
energy
be
drinks.
one of those things. It's gonna be a whole
Did you?
thing.
I stopped drinking energy drinks like 2 or 3 weeks
Why
ago.
is that more surprising to me than Caitlin quitting vaping? I don't know
I just
why.
stopped. I drink cold brew in the morning, but I don't drink energy drinks anymore.
I massively cut down on soda.
I know. What?
I massively cut down on soda. I still drink an energy drink every day, just one. I might have like 1 Coke a day.
Yeah.
Versus I was drinking like 8.
You
And
might be Chuck.
And I started drinking seltzer water instead of soda, but I drink a soda every so often, like once a week. So
You might be Chuck. He has 1 Coke a day,
Yeah.
or maybe 2. He has 1 in the morning with mom. Whenever she gets her coffee, he'll have a Coke.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Coke at like 6 in the morning is
that's
kind of crazy.
But
whatever.
I love Coke. I would drink Coke at
Coke
6
is
in the
pretty
morning. It's
If-
refreshing. I love Coke.
If I didn't like Diet Coke so much, I would not drink cola, or not cola. I would not drink soda so much. But I got hooked on Diet Coke, and I've never looked back. But I'm also the heaviest I've ever been.
That's
Although
probably-
I'm not like fat.
Yeah.
I'm like 170 now, which I used to be like 135 in high school. So I'm like, holy shit.
Well, you can't compare
Yeah.
your high school body to
Right.
now because you were a child and now you're a grown
Yeah.
man.
Right, but
so it's not fair.
I am the same height I was in high school.
Yeah, but your weight changes. Like
Right.
your metabolism slows down and stuff.
Yeah. Which is the weirdest part because I was always skin and bones. Like I saw a picture of myself at the pool when I was like 18 and you could see my ribs. I'm like, that is so weird because I haven't seen my ribs since then. Like I had such a hard time gaining weight, and then I moved to Dry Ridge and there was a McDonald's there, and I was getting McDonald's every day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, and I gained 10 pounds in a month. So I
not
went
bad.
from like 140ish to 150, and then recently it was 160, and then I weighed myself like a couple weeks ago and I was 170. It's like, holy fuck! I'm like, now I'm just taking off, like, but I'm at a healthy weight. I feel fine.
Good.
But
My
when
weight keeps fluctuating a lot.
yeah,
And it's because like I'll drink a shit ton of soda and then I'll go out to eat a whole bunch because, you know, I'm still pretty freshly sober from alcohol. And then I'll gain like 10 pounds and I go, ooh, and
Yep.
then I'll cut back and then I'll lose like 10 pounds. I'm like, okay.
I do the same
okay.
thing.
yeah,
Like I feel like I think I might have body dysmorphia
Yeah.
where I don't know what I look like, and then I'll like I don't know if it's normal. I guess it's normal to like gain weight over like the winter, but I would gain weight and then I would be like, I would think I looked the same as I did during the summer, and then I would like try on a pair of jeans or something, or like see a video of me like from months ago, and I'm like, oh, I've gained weight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like lose weight now. It's like I'm blind to it.
When I was an alcoholic, I didn't realize I was gaining weight. I don't think that I did gain quite a bit of weight, but I was also so puffy, swollen from the alcohol. Like it was like I didn't have ankles anymore because my ankles were so swollen.
Oh, I was like, where did they go?
No, they were just swollen, so it
Yeah.
was like straight. It was just like straight down instead of like a little divot, you know, where your ankle's supposed to be. And I remember seeing a picture of myself that's mom took, and I was like, I don't look like that. That's not me,
Dude.
Like the it was like a I don't know how to just. It was like disassociation. Like it was like that's not me.
Every single picture mom has ever taken of me, I'm like, that is the worst image of me possible. Please
Like,
delete it.
I remember asking Justin, and I'm like, "Well, look at this picture. That's not me." And he's like, "Oh, they probably used a wide lens camera, and so that's why you look bigger." That's what Justin said. I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right." Because like I would have, I spiraled.
Yeah,
I
same.
spiraled. But now it's like I'm not at a weight that I'm 100% happy with, but I'm happy enough. And it's like, okay, if I want to lose weight at this point, I just have to eat better. I have to like actually exercise. I have to put in the work if I want to be smaller than I am now. Is all I have to do.
yeah.
And it's not that much weight that I have to lose. I weigh 160 right now. So my goal weight would be like 140. Because I weighed like 130, 125 in high school. And it's like, okay, that is never going to be achievable again. I need something more realistic. Maybe even 150. I'd have to see where look at myself and see where I sit at 150.
Yeah.
And then like be like, okay, I look good at this weight. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how you look till you're that weight.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm an adult and I have not I don't think since I've been in my recent memory, I have not been super thin. So I don't even know, like, my adult body, how it would look at certain weights. Because, like, in my early 20s, I don't even count that because that was too young. Like, I wasn't even fully developed. My brain, at least, wasn't.
What are you trying to say?
You're not
You got a problem with me, brother?
Matthew, your brain hasn't fully marinated.
Okay, whatever.
It hasn't fully
Whatever.
marinated.
But I think
Whatever the fuck you say, dude. I'm fully developed in all the right places.
Okay, that was a very child thing to
full
say.
stop.
You're proving my
Control Alt Delete from my brain. Thank you.
Control, delete you. Okay, now what? There's like
Shift Delete. Ripple Delete.
Ripple.
Do you know how many times I've done that for this podcast editing?
I have it set to P because I kept accidentally clicking the wrong button, so I
smart.
changed it to something I can't constantly click.
I don't know how to do that.
It's in the settings. Control delete. You're not doing anything. You're just opening a menu to choose what to do. So what do you? So you said Control delete from my mind. Okay. Control.
Task Manager.
Okay, you're opening
in
task.
task.
In task, you're to do it like that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You're not gonna Alt F4 like a.
I'm actually throwing my computer into the lake.
Wow.
Forever gone.
What a disgusting thing to say to me. Absolutely disgusting.
Go with the fishes.
Okay, I figured I'd say this on the podcast because it would let our viewers know.
Baby's
as well.
dying.
Next, what?
She's dying.
No, she's not.
You gave her a whole
She's
chicken
fine.
nugget. Her body cannot process that. It is currently stuck in her upper intestine.
She's
and
happy and she's chunky.
yeah, she's chunky because she has a chunk of chicken in her right now that will never fully leave her body.
She looks so concerned.
It's moving through all of her veins. One huge chicken nugget.
Just like.
You saw her eating it. It was like.
She's like, "Am I fucking dying? Are you for real?" Yep.
Were you my doctor?
Yep.
She's
See, she's like, "I'd rather die in his lap because he didn't feed me the fucking chicken nugget." Stop, dude! I'm trying to pet you, and you're like sniffing me. What were you saying?
Well, she doesn't really like the top of her head touched unless
Look
she
at
like
the top of
100%
his
unless
head.
she 100% trusts you.
You don't trust me, dude? What the fuck?
Oh, she likes when you go. And then she'll take her head and do this.
She looks scared. You little rat. You little rat.
What the fuck you call me? Dude? She's tweaking. What'd you give her? Did you dip that nugget in anything by chance?
No, this is her normal.
See, look, she's belly up. You killed her.
No, this is her normal behavior.
What were you saying?
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Okay, so next Friday, at like 10 a.m. is my lung test. So no pod next Friday. So by the time this releases, there will not be an episode next week. Cause it'll be released next week and then so the following week. So yeah, no episode next week because I gotta get my lungs tested.
You
Okay,
should ask
cool.
them if you can get an iron lung.
Can anyone donate one of their lungs to me so I can keep vaping and keep my bad habits and never change and never grow as a person? Thanks.
I think baby will donate her lung.
It's
tiny. You'd be like,
You have one of your lungs on the left side and then two of her lungs right. Whoa! Get your
Two.
face out of my cow.
She looked like that there was something gross down there. She was like,
Yeah, it's not sunshine and rainbows. What the fuck are you thinking?
sunshine and lollipops.
Rainbows
and butterflies.
and everything that's wonderful.
So no pod.
Next week.
Oh yeah. So the plan to go to New York is actually going to be not this December or whenever the fuck we're talking about. It's actually going to be the year after fall. So we have a lot more time. And then also we're flying to Florida for 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, the 19th and 20th of this month, because she's meeting up with an agent. She's gonna sign some paperwork, shit like that.
So it's like official.
Yep.
Maybe by the time you guys have to go to New York, maybe our pod will be viral and we'll be pulling enough money where you can actually fly down every week and record.
Dude, that would be amazing.
I wouldn't depend on it.
No, obviously not.
Don't hold your breath by any means, but if it happens, cool, you know. But oh yeah, and then Maya almost got scammed.
What?
She got an email from Under Armour, and we're like, no fucking way, dude. It was like, we want you to be like a model, blah blah blah. You know, we'll fly you over to Maryland to like do the photo shoots in our products, that type of stuff. And then we there was a back and forth between them, and then they sent a contract. Maya signed it. Everything looked legit. And then it was like randomly, she was like, "Wait, something doesn't feel right." And so we like looked it up, and it was a scam.
So what did the
Anytime
contract-
that anyone asks you for money, it's a scam.
Well, no, they weren't asking for money. It was like we would pay for your flight, we would pay for, you know, a +1, like literally everything. It was a fake check scam. So they would send us a check with more than the agreed amount. And they're like, you have to pay us that money back, but it would be the money from Maya's account.
Right.
So, that wasn't good. But it fucking sucks because we were like, we planned or we set up a flight to Florida to meet with our agent because we're like, okay, we're going to get the money from that to be able to cover this. So we can, you know, because it'd be like $3,000.
Wow.
So I was like, holy shit, we won't have to worry about, you know, a $400 plane ticket for both of us.
Yeah.
And then it was like, wait a minute. We checked the email. It was a Gmail. Like,
Oh,
fuck!
damn.
Fuck.
So since she technically signed a contract, is she like legally bound to something?
Not really.
Or I guess it's a scam. It's like invalid.
Yeah. So they sent an email saying, do not send any form of payments, that type of, like, whatever you're supposed to say.
Damn.
But I was bummed. Because I was like, okay, Maya's making money now, woo. And like, she was like, okay, I could quit my job. I could do it. Like, sweet. Yeah. So it was like one full day of excitement. And then the lowest of low. Huge disappointment. Fucking, they're over there in India like, please sign the contract. She signed the contract. Sorry. I don't know why they have to be Indian, but.
Well, that's what you assume when it's a scam, because if you call them...
They're like, hello?
It's funny, because there was a scammer who kept calling Momo, and so I answered.
I can't believe Momo would fall for a fucking scam.
Did she fall for it?
No.
Oh.
She's
Okay,
like,
good.
a
Gift
gift calling
card?
me about that I won a prize.
Oh.
And they're like, you won a prize, and I was like, okay, what's the prize for? And they're like, oh, you just won a prize. I'm like, okay, did I enter into any contests? And they're like, no, you just won a prize. I'm like, okay, but what is it for? And they couldn't give me a straight answer. I'm like, okay, this feels like a scam. And he's like, fuck you, bitch! And I was like, oh my god. And then he hung up on me, and I was like, yep, that was a scam. I'm like, don't
Prank.
call here anymore. Yeah. No, he started cussing me out and shit.
Yeah.
That was
They
the
get
whole
rowdy
thing.
over there.
They get rowdy.
They get rowdy. You rile
That's
them
one
up.
way to describe it.
Dude, you rile them up, they get rowdy.
Well, that could be like a fun game to do. Is just like answer all the scammers and get them angry.
Kit Boga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen him on YouTube?
No.
He's pretty great.
He basically wastes all the scammers' time by
Yeah.
pretending to be like an elderly woman. And like going along with everything they're saying and like pretending to go and buy like gift cards to like give them a code.
I've
and
seen
stuff.
something similar
Yeah.
to that.
It's
And be like, okay,
great.
I had the gift card.
No, do not redeem! No, do not redeem! No! Mom, stop! Okay, so I'm just gonna hit redeem. Mom, no! Mom, no! Bloody fuck you, bloody!
Like he'll waste hours of their time.
Yeah. Like he has a
so
little
good.
timer, I think, on screen showing how much
Honestly,
time he's been on the
He's doing
call.
God's work out there.
Yeah. This dude is just trying to make money for his family, and he's like, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to have to get into scamming. And then we're over here going, fuck you guys, I'm gonna waste all of your time, you're gonna make no money.
Well, I mean, they could just get like a real job. How about that instead of scamming?
Shit,
Get
I
a
don't-
real job.
I don't
Yeah,
know
get
how
a
it is
real
over
job.
in India, so like I'm not ever gonna be like, get a real fucking job. Because
Yeah, I
like,
don't
what
know
if
how
there
it is
for real
there.
was not any real jobs?
Just scamming Americans. That's just what they do for a living.
America number one. We wouldn't
Honestly,
be
I
getting
would
scammed if we
too.
weren't number one. That's all I'm gonna say.
America deserves to be scammed.
I mean, have you
'Cause
seen
we're
the
number one.
people?
Oh
Hmm?
yeah.
The people. Like, sometimes it's like,
What do you
how
think?
did you... Like, I think our education system is failing this country.
People don't know the difference between gender and sex around here. It's crazy. We both side-eyed each other.
Do what?
Nothing. It was a reference from a previous episode.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
You'll hear it when you watch the episode.
Okay, and then I'll be like, oh.
Do you guys actually watch the episodes?
I
Yeah.
do, yeah.
I skim, or like it'll come
Yeah.
up and I'll like be like, okay, what do we talk about? Okay, oh yeah, I remember now. And then I like literally will like jump 20 minutes, be like,
Mm-hmm.
what? And then sometimes we'd be in the middle of a conversation, like, what the fuck? And I would like go back, like, what were even? How did we get to this?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. And if I don't want to watch the whole thing, I will go on my personal account and I will just turn the volume all the way down and set my phone down just so I can get that watch hour.
Yeah, I'll put it on my TV and put it at like volume 3.
Yeah,
like, it'll
and then
just
continue
play, yeah.
doing on and doing stuff just to get the watch hour. So at least one view is me.
And me.
Yeah.
Like, I just hop on and go. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool.
Also, another thing that I should let our viewers know is we will not be doing Am I the Asshole for a minute because I do not have the time to find Am I the Assholes.
Thank God.
That's okay.
I've been released.
For just briefly, just for like the next.
Fuck!
It's not permanent. It's just briefly.
Just 4 till college.
Well, no, it's 4 till after college.
Yeah, 4
You
till
gave me
after.
recreational time out in the yard, and I had to come back in an hour. Is what you're telling me?
Like
Damn it.
what was it yesterday? What was yesterday? Thursday. I spent all day doing schoolwork until like really, really late at night, and the day before I did the same thing. Not all day because I was at work, but like I stayed up till like 1:00 in the morning doing schoolwork, and then I remembered the Am I the Asshole, and I was like, ugh, I just don't have time. I haven't made TikToks because I just don't have time. This class is taking like at least 30 hours a week to do.
Oh my
Like,
god.
it's a whole thing. Like, literally all of my spare time, I can't even watch my shows. I can't even, like, do anything. Like, last night I allowed myself to watch one episode of Supernatural because, like, I'm doing a full rewatch of it right now. And I was like, I'm so excited to watch this
Aw.
episode because I don't have time to do shit.
Am I the asshole for not finding Am I the Asshole for the
I was gonna say
podcast?
that.
Let us know down below if I'm the asshole.
Okay, next episode, you're going to be doing your homework the whole podcast.
Can you imagine me sitting there like,
Is your typing?
I'm making an income statement.
Oh, what?
A balance sheet. And my balance sheet has to balance. It has to balance. It's not balancing. I have to balance it. Oh my
Please
god,
don't
it's
yell at me.
hours and hours. And hours. It's so much fucking work. And then also, like, I'm concerned because this class only has 4 exams and they're worth 200 points each versus all the homework assignments and all the little assignments. The tests outweigh the little assignments. So me doing all these little assignments, they matter, yes. But the test, if I fail the test, it won't matter if I pass the homework. I have to pass the test. And apparently on the test, there are questions, yes. But also I have to have turn in an Excel sheet with the test because I have to answer questions on an Excel sheet. Like type out a whole balance sheet or income statement or whatever, and everything has to be absolutely correct. Like I missed a point on my last homework assignment because I forgot to put a dollar sign in the correct place.
What?
And there's a part on the balance sheet where it's double underlined, and I didn't double underline it, and so I missed points for that. Like there's like little things that matter so much that I will lose points for.
It's very petty.
It's very, very picky. Like, this is the hardest class that I've ever been through, and this is a 2-part class. So this is just part 1. It's like, takes 6 months to get through this whole class. It's a lot. It's so much. Like, everyone I talk to, they're like, oh, are you good at math? I'm like,
No.
Income statement. the statement of cash flows. But yeah, until at least I say around October, there will not be Am I the Assholes? And if that makes you angry, let us know in the comments below.
For all 30 of our viewers.
Yeah, all 15 of you.
15 subscribers.
All 15 of you. Let me know if that makes you angry. Then I might do them occasionally if I can find time. But after college.
Like shit, I'm in college.
Yeah, 4 till after college.
4 till after.
Yes.
Sorry,
I start classes in 10 days.
I just got out of my classes.
Are
Are you on break? For how long?
Did you pass them?
Yeah, got 2.
Yeah!
2 A's. So that's cool. And I won't be able to re-enroll for the fall semester because I don't have the money.
No.
And
That's a
FAFSA
fair
isn't
point.
doing it for you.
well, FAFSA isn't doing it for me because I have a .85 GPA
Fuck.
from 2020 and 2021, but these two brought up to a 1.6. So I like doubled my GPA.
Mm-hmm.
Still, you have to have a 2 to get financial aid.
I didn't know that.
So I try to appeal.
That's why I can't get financial aid.
I tried to appeal their decision because they said I was allowed to do that, and I just explained I had a really hard time during COVID, and they emailed me back saying we need documents to support this. And I was like,
Yeah, they want all the receipts. They want all the proof. Like,
how the fuck am I supposed to prove that I was having a hard time during COVID?
well, they want to know, like, the only thing that's acceptable is, like, example, if you had a medical problem.
Like you went to
Well,
psych
no,
ward.
I mean
Yeah.
they're wanting like a handwritten statement from somebody close that
Oh.
saw me like that. I'm like, like I really wasn't around people.
Just forge it.
No, I'm not gonna forge it. I'll fuck that
Like
up.
from a therapist or something?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Like
saying,
that.
like, have somebody else write it for you and pretend to be, like, your boss or something.
My boss, I wasn't working. Someone that saw me at that time.
Have mom write it for you.
I thought about that, but
Yeah,
God
I tried
damn.
to appeal it, and they just never responded back to me. And
Well-
so, like, because I failed a couple classes, like, when I was in my early 20s. And so now I'm, like, dealing with that. Like, my work does pay for my schooling, but it pays for half of it. So the other half, I have to figure it out. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do, I guess, is pay for it out of pocket. And this is until I have to pass, I guess, a few more classes. Because I think I failed, like, 5 classes altogether. So if I get 5 A's, that'll balance out, and I should have a 2.0. Because 5 zeros and 5, like, almost hundreds.
I don't know if it works like that though.
I did a GPA calculator.
Because I feel like the fails are much heavier than an A. Like if you had 100% in a class and then a failure on the other, it's 50%.
Well, I did one of those GPA calculators where you
Yeah.
put in all your grades down in a row, and then it produces what your GPA would be,
Yeah.
and it said 2.0. It was like 2 point something.
For some reason, it feels like bad grades outweigh the good one. Like especially for like just one class. Like if I fail or like I had like a 50% on like a test or something, and then I have 100%. It's like obviously it's gonna fuck with the percentage, but like it's just it feels much heavier.
I think it's because you haven't taken a lot of classes yet.
I've taken a lot in 2020. Like I did a full 2 semesters.
So
With-
10 classes.
I think so.
How many of those did you fail?
At least 3 or 4.
Okay, then
I'm at like a 0.8 though. I passed 2 more. So I passed a total of at least 10 classes minimum. Oh no. I've passed at least 8.
Okay, and then you have about 4 that you failed. So
Yeah.
your GPA makes sense then because.
0.8? It's kind of crazy.
Well, how high were your grades in the classes that you passed?
There was 1D, B's, A.
That's probably why, because what I'm talking about is like if I would basically have to get straight A's for a solid 5 classes in order to balance out those zeros. Because if I get a B, then my GPA will not be a 2.0.
Yeah.
It
But
has to be like as high as possible. So I do all the little work.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like, oh, this is only 10 points, so I'm just gonna skip it. You know
Yeah.
what I
Oh my
mean?
God.
I used to do that shit, but now I do all the little things, all of them, because I'm trying to get as high of a grade as possible. It doesn't matter how long it takes me. It doesn't matter how tedious it is. I'm like, because my current school does not have my gateway transcripts yet. So my GPA at the school that I'm in now is a 4.0.
Yeah.
Like I have a really good GPA. I'm on my 4th class. So I have a 4.0 currently, but once I transfer my gateway transcripts, obviously that will change. It has to be at least a 2.0 GPA, which I have a semester that I passed at gateway of A's. And then I believe I failed about 5 classes. So I would have, like, let's say I took 5 classes at my current college. I have 5 that I passed at Gateway. So there's 10, and then there'd be 5 that I failed. So it'd be a similar boat as you.
Yeah, but $1,300 for 2 classes is kind of fucking crazy.
That's actually really, really fucking cheap.
I know it's cheap, but for someone who doesn't have $1,300 to shell out like that,
My
At least
classes
anymore.
are $1,000 a piece.
fuck.
Each class is $1,000.
But
It's $958, but I also get a corporate scholarship on top of it, on top of my work paying for it. So
Yeah.
I get per class, they give me about $300 off.
Yeah.
So it's like $1,300 for one class.
Yeah. But it sucks because mom said she would reimburse me and I did like a payment plan for it, so I paid half up front, and then the other half is split over the next 2 months. I'm paying, I think, the last payment on the 20th of this month.
Have you ever considered student loans?
Well, I didn't really realize that was a thing until just when you mentioned it just now.
Fuck off.
No, for real.
Oh.
You
Like-
can't get a student loan unless you have if you have a SAP hold or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
you can't get.
Oh.
Okay, well then never mind.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't.
Shit.
That's why I didn't.
Because I just do mine through NKU, and they like
Yeah.
automatically do it.
Well, what my goal was to go ahead and do like the dual credit for both Gateway and NKU, so I can get the benefits of being a NKU student while taking Gateway classes.
Yeah.
And I was like, sweet, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. I'm like, oh, they have a hold on it for SAP, and they also have a financial hold because I haven't finished paying off the classes I just took. So I have to wait until I finish paying for those classes and can upfront pay for classes I'm about to take. But I have them in my cart, but I'm like, they're filled up now. Like, this was weeks ago, and I can't afford it. So I have to wait until spring.
My financial advisor at my school fucked up my paperwork, and so there's one class that will not be paid for, and so I owe like $1,000. And once I take my break in October through December, I'm afraid that it'll cause a problem with me trying to re-enroll, because they'll be like, financial hold, you still owe this $1,000. So like I'm like, maybe if I just pay like $100 a month, and then till my credit cards are paid off, then I can start putting like fucking $300 a month towards it. Like that's the only thing I can think of to do, because like I'm not going to put it on a credit card because I'm going to be also trying to buy a house in October.
I would say just open up another credit card.
That I can't do that
Go
either
into
because I'm
more
trying
debt.
to buy a house in October and I don't want to affect my credit in any way.
Well, how many credit cards do you have? Do you have a lot?
13.
I have a Discover, I have a Capital One, I have a Barclays card, I have a Kohl's card. I think I have 4.
Okay, that's actually less than I thought. You'd probably be fine with 5. No, I'm serious. I know that sounds like a joke. I'm for
Capital
real.
One keeps offering me a Capital One Venture card or what the fuck ever. They're like, you would apply for this, but I don't want to. I'm afraid to get a hard inquiry on my credit because literally my loan advisor said that I need to have a credit score of at least 650 to apply for a mortgage and get the down payment assistance. So if I'm even 1 point under that, I won't get a down payment assistance. So that makes me a little afraid. So I'm not going to be doing anything to my credit. I'm not applying for anything or anything like
That's
that.
probably a safe bet. What's your utilization right now? Like percentage-wise? Across all 4
I
cards?
also try to, like, 19%.
Oh, okay. So 19...
It was like a 99%. And over the last year, I have paid, like, I had $7,000 worth of credit card debt.
Damn.
I have paid almost all of it off. I have about a little over $1,000 left. Like, I've almost paid it completely the fuck off.
So
Like, by the end of this year, I will be credit card debt free.
But say your credit score should definitely go up the more you open your credit lines.
My loan person told me that that they always say 30%, but
Yep.
10%.
10, holy
He
fuck.
said, he's like, no, it's 10%.
I always do 30, but right now I'm at like 50, so...
Well,
I have 2
how
credit
the
cards, though.
scoring system, at least on Credit Karma, it shows me, like, if I get it under 10%, my credit utilization will become, like, amazing. And because there's, like, different categories. There's, like, amazing, great, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of great, it would be amazing. It's not actually called amazing, but whatever.
Excellent.
And
Excellent,
that should
yeah.
give... Excellent, there we go. And so I should gain some points if I can get it to 9% utilization.
What I need to do, I for real just need to get another credit card. Because right now I'm at 2 cards. I have 50% utilization on both of them. They're both like a couple thousand. So I have like a total 4,000 in debt right now, which isn't like terrible by any means, but like it's way more than, I would like to have.
The average American has about $7,000 worth of credit card debt.
I think I have like 13 because of student loans.
13?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm saying
student
credit
loans.
card
Okay, I was like,
Oh,
holy
credit
fuck,
card?
dude.
My credit
Student
card
loans
is
are
like...
different. It's a different category.
Okay. Then I'm like closer to $3,000 in credit
Okay.
card debt.
For your age
That's not
group,
bad.
Matt, for your age group, $4,000 is a lot.
Yeah, like especially because, well,
Early 20s.
yeah, I was on top of it always, and then we went to Florida, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to pay buy Universal tickets, gas, food, whatever, and it was like just throw it on the credit card. It's fine. And then I finally got that paid off. And then we went to Covington, Georgia and Sonoy, Georgia. And that's when it really got bad. And I have not been able to like get it back down.
That's exactly how I got all my credit cards built up. Is I'd go on vacation and put it all on a credit card.
Yeah.
glad
But
I
like,
don't
I'm
live
not a
in a house.
vacation guy. I don't go unless someone else is like, let's go on vacation. And I'm like, all right, sweet. So,
And you're about to go to Florida again.
right. But that
So-
it's, I already threw those on a credit card. That's actually why I'm at 50%.
Okay.
Because for everything total was about $700 for the Airbnb, for tickets for 2 there and back, and the rental was only like $40, not counting because I'm under 26 or 25 or whatever it is for rental. They're going to charge me an additional fee because I'm not as an experienced driver as they would like me to be.
Oh, a car rental.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the Airbnb rental. I was like,
Oh,
what do
no,
you mean?
My
No.
recommendation to you is to not use your credit cards for anything fucking else. Do not put any more purchases on there until you get it paid down.
I put the food on it.
Oh, don't do that.
Well,
Don't do that.
Baba.
well, hold on. No,
Put my
because
$20 back on that card, please.
okay, well, no, that's
gave
what I
you
was gonna
for the
do. But so I'm still employed, but like I just haven't been working, so that is also another reason. Like I go 1 day a week. No one says anything. I still get paid for my 1 day. At least it wasn't like I was getting paid for days I'm not working.
Oh, that's
like
what
it
I thought
used
you
to
meant
be.
you were doing.
No.
So you just go 1 day a week?
Like my recruiter called me because I was putting days on that weren't supposed to be there, and he was just like, just put on what you work. So like that was his way of being like,
Don't do it
we don't
again.
care what the fuck you do as long as you're not taking money.
Yeah.
So just work and work or claim the money that you worked, not anything more. But he wasn't doing it in an accusatory way. It was more of just like so I've been going in like 1 or 2 days a week, and I'm missing out on so much overtime. Like overtime check for a week, 4 days a week, 12 hours a day, I would get like close to like $900 something. But now I've been collecting checks for like 200-300, which is bad.
People just
Obviously.
don't want to work these days.
I'm still concerned about because at your age, I did the same thing that you're doing. Like you're doing following
Yeah.
same patterns I did. It is so easy for the credit card debt to snowball out of control,
Yep.
especially once they start upping your limits.
Yeah.
Cause like example, I have a friend. They didn't do anything bad with it, but they got a credit limit up to like 20 grand. Like imagine if you got 20 grand in a credit limit.
That would
It'd
be pretty
like,
cool.
Buy a car.
I would buy a car. I would
Tesla!
I don't know what the fuck I would do with 20 grand. That's pretty because then you could put 2,000 on that one card and that would be under 10%. That would be 10%.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I don't know what the fuck I would do with 20 grand.
I recommend not using a credit card at all and instead having an emergency fund.
Well, right now is
'Cause
not
you're-
possible.
Well, no, because you're not working enough.
I need to work.
Yeah.
I'm just not. It's so
Get
hard
over your
to
ass
it's
and
so
work.
it's so hard to get up in the mornings
I know.
knowing that when I go into work they're not going to care if I was there or not. Like when I miss 3 days in a row and I come in on a Thursday, they're just like, "Hey." They don't go, "Where the fuck were you?" They don't
So,
care.
Did you have like a set schedule before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Set schedule is every other week I work 4 days. So it's 3 days one week, 4 days the next week, 12 hours a day.
You're gonna start coming in. They're gonna be like, "Are you new here?"
Jesus fucking Christ.
That is funny that you say that.
Did someone get new hired and they didn't
There
know who
was
you were?
a whole new bunch of new hires hired on a Monday, and I showed up on a Wednesday or a Thursday that week, like the last day.
Shit.
It's okay.
It's fine.
No, I accidentally locked my phone.
It's
It's
fine.
okay. I can just put all the videos together.
Why are you taking it out?
Because I have to be able to. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Leave me
Just do your homework over there.
Okay.
So they hired a whole bunch of new people and they started on Monday, and I think I was there on that Wednesday or Thursday, and I was working on a server and I was like trying to figure it out, and I was like really focused on my laptop, and someone comes up to me and I had a bunch of post-it notes on my cart because when I go around trying to find problem servers, someone will put a note on it saying there's something wrong with this, and I'll go into the system and find out what's wrong with it. So I'll take that post-it note, put it on my cart, and I like stick it down, and I had like a stack like that thick of Post-its. And she was like, "Is this garbage?" And I was like, "No, I'm just gonna see how high I can get the stack to be." And she was like, "Well, if you stick around long enough, this person can teach you how to make little ninja stars out of them." And I was like, "If I stick around long enough," I'm like, "I've been here for 8 months."
Oh.
So I'm like, "You don't know me. I've been here." I didn't say that,
Shit.
but I'm like, she for real is like, "Oh, he's just started." I'm like,
Damn.
"Ma'am,
It's funny because
I'm old now."
at my current job, I'll have people come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're doing this wrong. You're actually supposed to do it this way," and blah blah blah. Like you'll get used to it and blah blah. And I'm like, I've been here for 5 years.
Yeah,
Like the method I'm doing is working for me. It's funny because that one guy who came up to me and he was talking to me like, "No, honey, you know what I mean?" Because I was loading my van up differently than how they teach you in the new training classes. Because I went to a training class when Amazon delivery was new.
Yep.
Like the vans were new, so
I got the Rivians.
way before the reviews. But the loading style was completely different. Now they want you to use the shelves. And the dude's like, "You have to use the shelves. It makes it so much easier," and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I know what I'm doing. I didn't actually say that, but that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking in my brain. And then one day I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try his method.
God damn it, he was right.
He was right.
Oh.
He was so right.
Name one time a man wasn't right. Name one time. Name one time. I'll give you guys some time to name one time.
George
I don't
W.
know,
Bush.
maybe,
Not George W. Bush.
the
George
one-
Washington.
George W. Bush.
Maybe that time when they decided to whiteify the Native Americans and put
Wrong.
them all into schools.
You're wrong.
Whiteify is crazy.
You're wrong. A man would never say that word.
They tried to make them more white, and it ended up being more of a graveyard than anything else because they abused those children so much.
Pretty good idea if you ask me. Next.
Maybe the man that invented patriarchy.
That was a pretty good idea. Next.
What about the man who decided that only men get drafted for the war?
That's okay. Women's gonna slow us down. It's okay. Next.
What about the guy who created slavery?
Pretty cool. Next. No, I don't actually.
What about
The guy that invented testicular cancer.
Sick.
he invented
L.
it?
That's sick. You will be sick.
He didn't invent it.
I know.
I just realized.
That's the point.
I know.
What about the woman who created sanitary products for women, and then
It was actually a man.
stole her idea?
Was that
Oh, for
what
the
happened?
tampon?
Yeah,
Pretty cool idea.
he stole her idea. Or what about, was it Thomas Edison who didn't actually create the light bulb? He just bought the light bulb off somebody else and claimed he created it. Was it Thomas Edison?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually I
Sick.
say the wrong name, and you're like, no,
No, I'm not saying.
you're wrong.
The man
Incorrect.
serial killer that only killed men.
Oh no, he was absolutely right.
That was pretty cool.
Shut
There's
up.
there's got to be more people like him actually.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. He's actually taken out the gays, so I support that 100%.
Oh my fucking god.
Get those no. Get those fine gentlemen. Just kidding. This is a bit.
I guess
I'm
on
gonna
the
run for
topic of
I'm gonna run
that,
for president one day, and they're gonna be like, Matthew Lyons is anti-gay, and it's gonna be me going, pretty cool, pretty sick.
on the topic of that, I think I don't know if this is technically coming out, but I go by she they now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so she her or they them. I'm okay with either.
Okay.
What?
That's not coming out. That's just
I don't know.
establishing your pronouns.
Well, I don't know cuz I'm like technically like half non-binary,
Yeah. I
which
can
is
see
a
that.
part of the LGBTQ.
I want to ask why, but I don't want it to sound bad. I
You
feel like if I
wanna
just
know
go, why?
Like, you just want to know like the thought
Yeah.
process. I guess fuck off. I guess like I've never fully identified with like being a woman or like
Really?
a girl. It's always felt like half and half
Oh.
to me. Like I don't feel like a man.
But
and
you
I
don't
only-
feel like a woman either.
I feel like I'm like I'm like 50% woman, 50% like non-binary. Like
Okay.
a part of me is like not like I don't fully like identify with woman or she or her. Like it's like like I don't know how to explain it.
I kind of know what you mean.
Like I've just always felt like androgynous. So
What does androgynous mean?
like
Amphibian.
in between.
She feels like a lizard.
I just wanted to
Like,
clarify the word.
My gender expression has always been androgynous. Like sometimes leaning more feminine, sometimes leaning more masculine.
I feel like that's me too.
But like gender identity is separate from your or gender expression is separate from your gender identity. So I was like kind of wondering that.
Yeah.
But it's like more like internally I don't feel like 100% woman.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
but I don't know what I don't know what that's called. Like
It's not fluid.
I don't know like what it's the technical term is, because I'm not like fully non-binary. I'm not fully woman.
I'm sure there's a term out there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad about this, but like, example, I have friends who use different pronouns, and I just have such a hard time mentally switching from it. Like, one of my friends, when her car,
Their car.
did I say her?
Yeah.
When their car, I have a hard time switching. When their car got smashed by a tree, I remember they asked me to go to, if I could bring them to the grocery store, and I kept referring to them as she.
I didn't know they
as soon
had-
as I did it in my brain, I was like, no, that's not right. That's not right. But I kept doing it over and over and over again. And I'm like, why, like, my brain won't make the switch to it. And I feel like that's why I told you. So if I ever do it, you can correct me. So it'll help change my brain. So I don't think she, I think they.
Yeah.
But I keep doing it. And then my brain's, I'm like, I don't want to be like, keep being like, oh, I'm sorry every single time. Because it's a lot that I do it.
I was the same way about it, and I would, like, if I misgendered someone, I would, like, make it a huge deal and be like, I'm so sorry, I swear I didn't mean to do that. Like, I'm working on it. And the thing you really should do is just say, I'm sorry, and then move on. And don't make it, like, a big deal. And just keep working on correcting yourself.
See, what I thought that I should have done is when I said she, I should have been like, stop, and then instead of saying sorry, just say, I mean them.
Yeah, correcting yourself. And not making it like a scene.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, then you kind of make them feel guilty because it's like, oh, this is hard for them.
Yeah.
To
well,
do,
I didn't want to
so-
make like a deal out of it, but in my brain, I kept thinking like, nope, that's wrong. Nope, that's wrong. Every single time I did it. And I know that they are going to be watching this. I see you on your couch, Bobby.
I didn't know. Bobby went by
actually.
different pronouns. I probably kept referring to she, her the whole time.
Yeah, it's they, them.
She didn't say anything, or they didn't say anything. But might be.
Yeah, it's
My bad.
it's really hard to make that switch because like she mentioned it, or they mentioned it the other day. See, I keep doing it.
You're a fucking terrible friend.
As long as you're trying, I think that's what counts.
Well, like I said, the last time that I hung out with them, I just kept doing it over and over again. And like I said, I didn't say sorry. I didn't correct myself. And it's like that with anyone who tells me like, hey, my pronouns are now this. Unless I just met them, then I can do it because I can be like, oh, okay, I make that switch easier. But when it's somebody that I've known for a while, it's just like my brain's like,
Yeah.
it's like grinding. Like I'm having a hard time. Like I go back and forth, and it's a whole thing. Like with you, I won't be a problem because you're also she, her.
Yeah.
So I can just
Yeah, you don't
keep
have to
on.
change.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't have to change anything.
Like, I don't expect people to, like, call me they, them, because I don't fully identify with they, them.
yeah.
But, like, at the same time, she, her doesn't fully feel wrong. So,
Yeah.
like, you don't have to change anything. It's just, like, one of those things where if someone calls me they, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I identify with that.
I know that I
You're
definitely
affiliated.
I do
affiliated.
dress more masculine sometimes,
You're welcome.
but it's all.
was gonna say, what do you mean?
Matthew's
Like-
clothes.
Yeah.
All
I
my-
associate as Matthew.
My wardrobe is mostly
associate.
clothing donated to me by Matthew. Okay.
What is it? Not associate. What is it?
Asphyxiate.
I identify as Matthew. I said associate as Matthew. I meant to say I do, obviously. God
It's
damn it, I
Matt.
fucked the joke up.
Hugh.
Yeah. People
Matt
at work
and
started
Hugh.
calling me Hugh because
That actually makes sense.
Hugh?
That's a name. That's a nickname for Matthew. Hugh. Have you like on? I think it was like Rugrats. Hugh.
like the dad, yeah.
Yeah, the
Or
dad's
no,
name
that
is
was Jimmy
Hugh.
Neutron. Jimmy Neutron, the dad's name
Yeah.
was
Okay.
Hugh.
His name was Hugh. His full name was probably Matthew. Hugh. That makes sense to me. Or Huey.
I shouldn't have brought it up. But
Huey.
they called me Hugh because there was another guy at work that has the same name as me, first and last name. So,
And last?
yeah.
What the
his
fuck?
name is Matthew Lyons. And when I started there, his email was Matthew Lyons at company. I don't know if I should say what
Yeah, don't.
company. Even though I don't really care, I just don't want to get fired. Or at least yet, even though I don't really work.
If you ever get fired, let me know and I'll get you a job at Amazon and then you'll hate your life with me.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's a hard fucking job.
But when I
You'll
started,
get buff as fuck though.
well, it's okay. Well, actually, I haven't been climbing in the last couple of weeks. I haven't had time. But, what was I saying?
Hugh.
His name is Matthew Lyons, and his email was Matthew Lyons at company name. And when I started working there, people started messaging me thinking I was him. He's the IT guy. Like, he is like IT of like the office area. I'm in the warehouse. I'm technically IT, but I'm a debug guy. So like I work hands on with the server. That guy, he works on like filling tickets and getting people their passwords and stuff. So people would message me on Teams being like, "Hey, I'm locked out of my account. Could you reset my password?" And I would always have to be like, "My B, I'm not him. Sorry." It would be obviously more professional than that, but he ended up changing his email to Matt Lyons. So my friends were like, "You got to keep the Hugh. You're Hugh." I'm like, "God damn it." Fuck.
At my current school, I have an advisor, obviously, that I'll message whenever I have problems. The problem with that is there's a student who has the same name as my advisor, so I keep messaging the student, and what the student does is forwards the email
That
to
is
the proper
probably-
That makes
person.
sense.
I didn't do that. I was
And
just
you're
like, "Go over there."
I kept doing it because I didn't know I was emailing a student, and then the advisor messaged me back and was like, "Hey, by the way, you keep messaging a student. This is my actual email." And I was like, "Why didn't you tell me in the beginning? I sent you like 6 emails, like one."
Like they get like 50 a day and they're just like forward.
I mean, yeah, because I typed in my advisor name on the student email thing, and it pulls down the emails.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is kind of back to what Becca was saying like 4 conversations ago. I just remembered something. So you don't like being referred to as she or as her?
I'm okay with she, her, or they, them.
Oh, you're fine with
Either.
both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not like you have to call me she and not her, and
Okay.
only they and not them.
That would make it
Because-
so confusing.
No, that's
Because
no.
I say that because I remember Mom hates being called she. Like in conversation, be like,
yeah, she thinks it's rude to refer to her
so
as
I'm like,
she.
what if
Why?
I don't know. Like if we're, like imagine us 3 are in a room with Mom and Chuck, and I'm telling Chuck, "Oh yeah, she said blah blah blah." She doesn't like that. She doesn't like to be referred to she.
I remember that every single time I refer to her as she, my brain's like, nope, she doesn't like that.
Yeah.
And then I look over at her.
She's
She doesn't like to be referred to as she.
well. What if she's
Like me.
Yeah. I just thought about that.
Because me and Caitlin and Mom, I kind of brought this up at, was it the 4th of July? I talked about not fully identifying with she, her. And I was telling Mom that, like, I don't like to be called, like, ma'am and, like, any, like, specific, like, gender terms like that. Like, ma'am, miss. Like, I hate, like, it literally makes me, like,
Cringe.
Yeah.
And she was saying that she doesn't like it either because
Yeah.
it makes her feel old.
See, I know even though I never finished my point where I say I dress pretty masculine, it's just because I put comfort over all else.
Yes.
I would prefer to be feminine. I like dressing feminine, but usually feminine clothes aren't comfortable.
Yeah. Like what I'm wearing right now, pretty fucking nice, dude.
Yeah, no, like
Pretty comfortable.
I put comfort over all
Yeah.
else.
You
Like,
should.
I value comfort, and
You
that's
should.
why I dress the way that I do. But I got a message on my Amazon TikTok account. Somebody asking for a job. They're like, "Hello, sir. I'll tell you what. I do not like to be called sir." They thought
What
that
the
I was
fuck?
a dude. I do not like sir. I do not like to be referred misgendered as a him.
Yeah.
It did not feel good. I typed him a message and I was like, I am not a sir because I am a woman. And then I just decided not to respond to them at all.
Well, my first thought was this person doesn't speak English fluently.
True, that could have been.
It could have been someone
that's
like
also a thought that I had.
and
That
then
just makes you feel icky.
the Amazon
Yeah.
TikToks that you put out. You didn't use your real voice. You used like the AI.
True, use like the
Yes.
weird like.
So they never saw what you looked like.
No, they did. I'm in the videos.
In those videos?
Yes. I had videos where I showed myself opening the door and how big the van was. I showed my whole body in it.
What if they only saw the ones that you weren't in?
It's possible because in the comments, people misgender me in the comments, which I didn't get mad about because of the voice.
But I'm saying, like, they have
Yeah.
no way of knowing if they don't.
But-
if this is just popping one video on their For You page and they go, okay, I'm going to message this person.
Yeah.
And I think you're. Oh, no, your name isn't.
It's Candy.
It's Canny on there. So they don't. I mean, that
My
seems
profile picture
more.
is very, very much so a woman.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I have one of those AI generated photos as my profile
Nothing
picture.
about you is real!
Yeah. So, like, I don't get mad about that, but the person who personally messaged me, they had to, she's having a dream.
Why are they yelling?
They had to click on my profile to message me. So, like, my profile picture was, like, right the fuck there.
But I would never DM someone and be like, hello, ma'am, sir.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, what's up? Like, completely neutral
They
on
were
everything.
asking me for a job, so I think they were trying to be polite.
Like, I'll hire you right now. Like, you're the hiring
They
manager.
even sent me their phone number.
What the fuck? Be like, oh, no, you didn't reply. Never mind.
Sign them up for like something crazy with their phone number.
I'm not gonna be mean. I think
Sign
they
them
were
up for the
just-
draft.
Let's say forward it to the hiring manager.
There you go.
No. I'm not doing
They
that.
misgendered me. Fuck them.
No, that's not what it does.
Fuck them.
I immediately was like, I feel icky. I'm not a sir. I am a ma'am.
It's ma'am.
Yeah, it's ma'am. I
It's
don't even like ma'am.
ma'am.
I have people who call me ma'am now, and I'm like, oh god, I'm old.
Yeah. Someone called me sir. I mean, it's fine, but it's.
Well, sir for a man is more of respect thing, and you
Yeah.
only call a woman a ma'am if she's older.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I
there
call-
shouldn't be any gender terms like that.
I guess you're right. I don't really.
Because like if you were to call like a younger dude sir, they'd probably feel really good about it because
But
they'd be
what
like,
if they're
"Sir."
non-binary?
Well, I said a younger dude, like
Yeah, but you
somebody
never
who
know.
identifies as a man. Who's
But you don't know
fully
that sometimes.
No, you don't know that. But I'm saying, like, with Matthew, he identifies as a dude.
I mean, when I know for a fact that someone is a man if they have like very manly features, like if they have mustache.
You don't know that.
Well, I know, but for the most part, it is kind of. I can tell sometimes. I would say most times, if someone, if they look Republican, it's probably safe to be like, sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'll be like, thank you, sir.
Some people take it as disrespect
Well-
if you don't call them sir.
I think if you are dedicated to calling people sir and ma'am, you have to be prepared to be corrected.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people aren't prepared for that. They're just like, that's stupid.
It's
like,
okay,
I-
you were trying to be respectful,
Yeah.
and now you're being disrespectful.
I just realized that when you said ma'am is usually for like older people, I didn't realize I did that because like if someone had like dropped money and it was like an older woman, like probably like above 30, I would be like, ma'am. But like if it was, I don't know how I would react if it was like someone my age who was a woman.
You wouldn't
just
call
say,
her ma'am.
excuse me,
Yeah, probably.
I probably
Like,
would say
hey.
ma'am just because that's like
miss.
I've
Miss?
never used the word miss unless I was talking about something
Hey,
in a
bitch.
different context. Yeah. Motherfucker, dude, turn around, you dropped this.
Dumb cunt, look.
No, but dumb cunt. Oh my god. Me and Maya, we went to Target. Me and my ma'am, we went to Target. And there was this older lady who dropped like a stack of fives. And she wasn't in that, like she had left that aisle like a while ago. And I saw the money, I was like, oh fuck. And I'm like, I don't know where she is now. But it was in the Ulta section, so I just handed it to the Ulta employee. Was like because she had talked to the older woman, so she might remember her more than I do. And I was like, yeah, that lady that you talked to, she dropped this, and it was at least $20 in fives. And I was like, I don't know where she is. I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to you, and I'm like, I don't know, but I have no way of knowing if she actually gave her that money or if she just went. You know what I mean?
Imagine it was one of those shows where, what was it?
What
like,
would you do?
Yeah, that.
It
And-
probably was, but that's what I would do. I just gave it to the employee. I'm like, I don't want to be responsible for this money because someone might have seen me pick up this money and then walk away.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to be viewed as, oh, he just took that money on the floor. I'd rather be like, all right, this is not my money. I know this is someone else's money. I'm going to hand it off to an employee, let them deal with it. Like,
if you knew that no one would know that you took it, would you take it?
no, because it's not my money. I would feel so
Okay.
wrong about it.
That's good.
If it was $1, be like, all right, it's mine now. But it was at least $20. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with this. This old lady, she's on retirement. She's getting fixed
Aw,
payments.
you just think of
I'm-
normal, like.
I'm not gonna fucking. I'm like, I'm fine. Like, if I went homeless, I would be completely fine. Or not homeless, but if I like lost my job or whatever, if I didn't have any money, I'd be fine. But I don't know how her situation is. I mean, I know she's at Ulta at Target, so she's probably fine.
Imagine it was like her granddaughter's money, and she wanted her to go in and buy the stuff for her.
Or that, yeah. Like, there's
Like,
so
Grandma,
many.
here's my allowance. Can you buy me this?
It's gone,
This young man stole it.
No!
This sir stole it.
sir. Fuck.
But I don't think I could like morally pick up money and take it.
No.
Like, even if it's like me giving it to someone else like you did and like
Yeah.
not knowing if they're gonna do the right thing, I would rather do that.
Right,
than,
because you're
like-
handing off the responsibility
Yeah.
to someone else.
Or I would like even maybe just leave it.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I would
And-
just rather be out of my hands.
And plus,
literally.
I have no way of knowing if that actually was that lady's money.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it in the aisle.
They could look at the security tapes and be
They
like,
could. You know, that's a good point. I forgot about that. But I was like, I don't even want to.
because I feel like if I were to drop money, I don't know if I would go back and be like, hey, did anyone turn in money?
Yeah,
I guess I would maybe try if it was $20.
I would try. But like I said, if it was $1, I'd be like, but it was at least 20, minimum 20. It was like a thick of like fives. But
If I found money on the ground, it would be mine and it would be in my pocket forever.
See, that's the difference between me and you.
that's the difference between a ma'am and a sir.
Exactly.
Because I'm the sir.
No, a sir would. I'd be a gentleman about it.
Gentleman.
Excuse me, madam.
Ew.
Did you drop this currency? Oh yes, I did. Thank you so much.
I'd be like,
sir.
mine, and then I'd spend it on lottery tickets.
That's even more dumb. If I were to lose money and someone spent the money on lottery tickets, I would be more upset if they like put it into a high yield savings account and they're like, I'm gonna profit off of this money. I'd rather them profit off my money than fucking just
I'm
the
debating
chance of
on if
profiting.
I should put my emergency fund in a high yield or if I should put it in a brokerage.
Put it into a high yield brokerage, especially right now, is actually ass. Actually, if you buy in now,
That's what I was thinking because
it's too volatile. It's way too volatile.
I say burn it to the ground.
I would say, yeah, I would say if you're gonna have your emergency there at all times available to use in a moment's notice, start a brokerage account with a second source of, you know what I mean? Like, don't move your emergency into something. Keep your emergency, but then also invest in a brokerage.
I was thinking that I would have a 1 month emergency fund, and then anytime I made like $1,000 over that 1 month emergency fund, put that money into a brokerage account.
Yeah.
And then just put $1,000 in at a time.
That's probably fine. I approve.
Dude, I finally made it to my 1 month emergency fund,
Nice.
and then I got sick, and I was out of work for 2 weeks.
But that's
and
what
I
it's
don't
for.
have
That'll do it.
vacation time.
That's what it's for.
That'll
I
do
know.
it.
So now I have to it took me months to get a 1 month emergency fund. I finally got there, and then now I have to wipe out about $1,000 of it.
Well, just think about where you would be if you didn't have
I
that
know.
emergency fund.
I
You'd be
know.
fucked.
Like every single time I'm close to my emergency fund for 1 month, something happens. Like I hit a deer in my car, and then like I had to wipe out money to fix my car,
Yeah.
and then like to fix my windshield and all that. I had to wipe out like I want to say like $600 out of it,
Damn.
and so I had to wait. And then now I'm finally almost to my 1 month emergency fund, and then I get strep throat.
Sick.
And I think I had pneumonia on top of it because it's not normal to be out for 2 weeks for just strep.
Pneumonia.
Yeah, that. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm a
so-
doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Sir Dr.
I was
Hugh.
about to say, sir.
So, yeah.
But your laptop's about to die, and we
Oh,
are
yeah.
at 117.
Damn.
We're there. We've arrived at our destination. We made it to. We could probably drive from here to Louisville in that amount of. Actually, no, that's a lie.
Let's
Ignore me.
go.
To Lexington.
All right. Well,
Thank you guys so much for being here.
love
All you
you.
sirs and ma'ams and they and thems. Appreciate you.
The
I like
la-
that.
the they bees.
All the
If-
sirs and mans and they and them.
They, them, sir, ma'am, whatever you want to be called, we'll
The
call you.
girls, gays, and theys.
Drop
There
your
you go. I love that.
drop your phone number in the comments, and we'll see if we can get you.
I'm gonna sign you up
straightened
for Tinder.
out. Whoa!
I'm gonna put you on the email list for
Drop your phone number down below and we'll
What's
call you
something
personally.
crazy?
Dude, can you imagine if people like actually left their phone number? Then we'd have to call them personally.
We'll call you live on air next episode.
Yeah, if you drop your phone number and we'll
Ask
call
us
you
a
live on
question.
air. Or you can message us
Or
and you can ask us questions.
or
That's-
just leave us alone, please.
I don't think that's a good
Or-
idea. We should
or,
not
well,
do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Or
But if you
maybe.
do,
Yeah,
maybe
if you do, we'll
Maybe.
call you while we're.
we'll give your number to the Indian scammers, and then they can call you and be like, "Hello,
going-
this is Matthew, Caitlin, and Becca from KBM. We would like your credit card information. Do you have it handy?"
Do you have it handy?
All right.
All right, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, goodbye.
You can forget about all that.
No,
Goodbye.
no, goodbye.